Good evening everyone, we're the Floating Prince. It's nice to be up here in Newcastle. We have a Reeks Caddy Neats tonight.
Yeah! Hey, good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing? My goodness, I think I should learn not to play that song. I'm going to get it right one of these days. Although as always, I've got an excuse, right? I'll tell you about it in a second. How is everybody? Thank you all so much for turning up. Let's. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all. It's a bloody week to go. What is going on? Where has the time gone? Honestly, it's been a bit of a nutty week for a few reasons, which I'll tell you about. But listen, I hope you're all good. Hope you're all well and warm and enjoying the festive season wherever you are, however you enjoy it. Let me just turn some of this down a little bit here. Let's get this off. It's been another fabulous but very quick week over here. It's been, in fact, insanely busy. For any fractal nerds here, hands up. Can you do a hands up on this thing? I'm not even sure if there's a hands up thing on this, but if there's any fractal nerds on here, it's been VP4 week in the UK. So the VP4 finally arrived, and we started shipping it. And in fact, people have got it now, which is very exciting. I've got one sitting over here, although I'm not entirely sure why. Other than every now and then I look at it and say, "Oh, that's pretty." Because come on, that is pretty, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? Isn't that lovely? I haven't actually used it yet because I haven't got anything to plug it into. I guess I could plug it into the Axe-FX, but that's one for later. But yeah, very very nice piece of kit. So anyway, that's what's been going on here pretty much. It's been flat out with that. How's everyone? What you all been doing? Let's see who's here. Let's make sure I haven't missed anybody. So hey, my friend Stockbroon, as always, thank you so much for turning up, man. Great intro. Thank you, buddy. I just I found a bunch of old little stupid little Christmas things which I've done over the years and just thought I'd mash them into one. A bit of fun, and it's actually quite interesting looking back. You know, back when I used to bother dyeing. I've been grey since I was 16. In case anybody's wondering what the hell's going on, and it's hereditary. We don't go bald, but we go grey very quickly. So I've been dyeing my hair for like forever, and I just stopped doing it a couple of years ago. But yeah, videos from when I was trying to dye my hair, which was probably not the best thing, but there you go. Michael Phoenix, hey man, how you doing, brother? Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're having a good week. Jim Scott, Sukh, you look. Do you know I had to read that twice because I'm sure the first time I read that it looked like it said so you look like you're homeless, as in right now, which probably is not too far off the truth anyway, in terms of how you looked homeless during Amazing Grace, or you didn't have any heating on. Tell you what happened. I'd been out for a walk with the dog. I think this is a couple of years ago, and it was winter. Well, it could have been any time of year. You know, it's bloody cold here all the time, right? But it was winter. I'd gone out. It was blowing a hoolie outside. I remember it was freezing cold, and I went out with a hat on, and my face was freezing. So I came back in, rummaged around the cupboard, and I found this balaclava. I still don't, to this day, remember buying the balaclava or know whose balaclava it is. There's balaclavas in the cupboard, right? So I stick on the balaclava and go out for a walk with the dog. Dog's all wrapped up. Came back and I'm still cold. I've got the heating. Obviously the heating's on. The heating's on in the house, but I was still cold, and I kept this on. I thought I'm just going to play for a while, and I started playing and started recording. I started playing and made this little just thing of Amazing Grace and with this guitar, and I had the balaclava on. So there you go. And obviously I screwed it up on the second verse, but I just kept it anyway. So that's what the balaclava was on. Jimbo man, hey, thanks for saying everybody. Stop brew. What's heating? Yeah, Northerners man. We don't need no heating. Michael Phoenix, thank you for saying hello, man. Jimbo, heating's for posh people. I'm not entirely sure how to take that. Stop brewing. Jimbo, I've been in the countryside for years, spreading an extension of fan heater about with me. Oh, the thought of heating in my abode. Maybe Santa will bring me some this year. Man, I'll send you some coal. Or is that? That's not a good thing to get at Christmas, right? You don't want coal. Hey, Will, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for popping in, man. I hope you're keeping well. It'd be lovely to know how you're getting on with the old in ears thing. If any of that came in useful, that'd be really really great to see. Jimbo, I know the feeling. We don't put the heating on, just use log burners. Yeah, countryside man. Michael Phoenix, we had the opposite. We had the first hot days all year. We had the first hot days all year, and for many years, it's a bit of a shock. First hot days. Okay, I think I know what you mean. You're down under, right? You're down under. Chris Jordan, hey man, how you doing? Still knocking out the park nicely. Thank you, buddy. It's a bit of a mishmash. It's a bit of a mixed bag today. I'll tell you why. You know, I stopped drinking during these lives a little while ago. Well, I thought, hey man, it's going to be the last one before Christmas. So I've been on this to the second Guinness, which tastes absolutely lovely. But it just goes to prove my point that after I've had a drink or two, can't play quite as well. Hey man, I hope you're keeping well anyway. Happy birthday for the other day. Michael, hey Will, it's talking about FracPad. People asking about FracPad. I can see there's a bit of chat going on about it, but I've never used it. I've never used it. I know a lot of people do. I've seen a lot of people talk about it on the forum, but no. Michael plugs it straight into his Mac. I've never used. So if you're talking about maybe editing when you're out and about, I try not to be honest with you. Um, occasionally when I've had to go out and I've seen when I've gone out to, for those of you who know, you know that I look after G66 in the UK, and sometimes I'll go out to see an artist when they're here. And on occasion, I've taken I've got a Windows laptop as well. This is all on a Mac here, but I've got a Windows laptop too for that, and I take that out with me to plug into their rig and just help them out with a few things. So I've done that a couple of times, but I've never used FratPad, matey. No. Sorry, here we go. Michael will help me on the fly changes when live. Getting my head around the complexities. Yeah, you got to. It's a tough one, right? Because you have to try it. Volume is the thing. You've got to try stuff at volume. What I did when I was trying to get my tones set up, excuse me, Guinness. When I was trying to sort my tones out at volume, and even still when I do, because I'll play stuff at home. I'll kind of tweak my sounds because you get bored of stuff all the time, right? Tweak my sounds, and then what I'll do is I'll have on the performance tabs on whatever you're using. I've got the Axe-FX III I take, but the FM9, whatever. Have a few of the key things on there, you know, like your low cut, high cut, bass, middle, treble, that kind of thing. And what the good starting point is just have less of everything than you'd expect: less bass, less treble, less gain. Whack it all up at gig volume when you're practicing it, and then tweak it from those. Just a little bit of tweaking here and there. But yeah, I know what you're on about, my friend. I know you're a newbie at the moment. You won't be for long. It really won't take long. John Hendo, how you doing, man? You know what? Every week I've got to do this because I never I never even prepare for this, which is stupid. I should have an applause thing. I can't hear a damn thing. I'm assuming this is making an applause sound, but I can't hear a damn thing. Nice to see you, John. I hope you're well, mate. And I know you're you're the biggest fractal nerd of all, mate. Be4, John. There you go, man. Sitting on my desk, looking very, very pretty. Lovely interface. Jimbo Scott, yep. Wait, this is lovely. Look at this. All the nerds hanging out, man. All the nerds hanging out. Isn't that wonderful? It makes me feel very happy. Thank you, my nerd brothers, for coming and hanging out. And sisters, if you're here also. Michael, you're loving your fractals, still learning all the time. You never run out of stuff to do you? I'm constantly. I was talking so one of my very good friends, a guy called Steve Cars, who's we're all learning, right? But he's learning, and he's kind of early in learning. He's been playing for a few years now, and he's been coming to my house every now and then. He lives down the ways, and he comes to my house every now and then, and we teach him something and plays a little stuff. And obviously, I've got my mega rig. Here I've got my Axe-FX III. I've got an FM9 over there, and FM3 over there. This kind of thing. So when he comes, we're always playing through this. And recently, I think the kind of the light dawned on him that playing through what he had, I won't tell you what he had, which was actually pretty good. I won't tell you what he had though. It was nothing like playing through this. So he bought an FM3 a couple of weeks ago, and he's overjoyed with how it sounds. Thinks it's the best sound he's ever had, but at the same time, he's every now and then looking at it, thinking, well, where the hell do I go? Because there are so many directions you can go in with stuff, right? And I think the key thing I said to him, and I say to everybody, is just keep it really simple. And every now and then, if you feel the urge to get a sound that you can't get or you haven't had, then go looking to see what's out there. Look at the different blocks and that kind of stuff. But you don't need to know it all. You just don't. I don't know it all. I definitely don't. So yeah, Michael Phoenix, we know you're down under, buddy. That's right. Nice and warm over there, mate. I've got a few friends down there. So yeah. Will, in-ears taking time, I must say, very different experience. It is. Will, you know what? This thing, dude, the in-ears I've got here, right? So it's again, this is an interesting thing. I've got a really fancy pair of in-ear monitors by ACS Custom. They're custom molded in-ears. And you get quite a different sound with those than you get with these Westtones. Not I wouldn't say it's worse or better, it's just different. And that they're the fully isolating ones. These Westtone ones were way cheaper. And I've found that I'm enjoying using them for this a lot more because it actually sounds more like my guitar in my ears. So, try different things. I've got these weird ears where, for the custom molded ones, if you stick something too far down my ear, I actually lose high frequency, and I've already lost some in this ear anyway. Not quite sure how that works. So, pull them out a little bit this way, that way, and just try some of the stuff I talked to you about, with enhancer block and the EQ and that kind of stuff. But if I can help you anyway, anytime, man, just let me know. I'll be glad to help you. If I can send you anything, let me know, my friend, okay? Jimbo Scott, what do we call a collective of fractal users? Collective of fractal users. You obviously got like Gaggle and what else you got? See, I can't think of anything. School, kind of a school of fractals. I don't know. We'll have to think of something, right? I know that they're fractalites is what they say on the forum, but that sounds a bit like a cult. And I think we get enough of that anyway, right? John Hendo, I've used FratPad quite a bit in the past, but like Sukh, I almost never make adjustment to gigs. FratPad's a great app. Yeah, you've got to. The key thing, my friend, is you've got to make it sound good in your ears, right? Or on your, for whatever you're monitoring yourself through. Unless you're taking care of front of house as well, let the front of house people take care of that. You know, you've just got to get something which you kind of are happy with to inspire you to play. Hey, look who is Hannah. Hannah, sweetheart, how are you? Hannah, you lovely girl. How you been? You're here with your dad. Wonderful. Love the intro, but I can't understand all the fractal lingo. Hannah, don't worry. I will fractalize you and your dad at some point as well. Hope you're enjoying your time back at home. We'll catch up soon. Will, the West Tone model, I'll look it up. I've had this for a long time. They are the ambient. I can't remember I've probably got them somewhere. Do me a favor, Will. If afterwards drop me a text or a message or something, and I'll look it up. It's the ambient monitors. It's the ambient ones. I can't remember which one exactly, but they're really cool. They weren't ridiculously expensive. They're very cool. Funny enough, you say that you got short 215s. That's what I had when I got the IEM set, the IEM kit. I had the Shores, and they never sounded that good. The West Tones completely changed the sound. So yeah, do that. Stolbroon, do I need a filter block? That's a bit random, mate. What are you thinking of a filter block for, my friend? Tell me what you're thinking about, and I'll tell you whether you need one. The answer by default is yes, but I have no idea what you're talking about, so I may change my mind on that in a while. Right, listen, folks, I'm going to play some stuff. I'm going to see how much Guinness it takes for me to start playing even worse. No problem, Will. Drop me an email, buddy. Like I say, I stopped drinking during the lives because I realised that the further on the show I got, the less my ability to play. The less my ability to play. See, this is what happens. Pint and a half of Guinness already. The less my words make sense. So I'm going to do as much as I can, right? We're up to, what have we done? We've done 5 and a bit. Okay, let's do a couple of songs. Here's the song where every single week I think to myself, I've got to figure out how to get rid of the dog in the video after the song because it always persists. If the dog hangs around after the video, the dog hangs around after the video, right? Here's a little bit of White Snake for you. See how we go here.
And songs of yesterday, and I've made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again. Here I go again. Though I keep searching for an answer, never seem to find what I'm looking for. But Lord, I pray you give me strength to carry on, 'cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. Here I go again on my own, going down the lonely road I've been alone. Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel. Touching you, touching me, touching you, touching you. Everything is okay. Touching you, touching me, touching you, touching you. I believe I think our love just a turn of a heart. There's a chance we can make it now. Maybe we can dance on your song. I believe I think our love. Touching you, touching me, touching you, I believe and I think our love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. There's a chance we can make it now. When I look into the sun goes down, I believe and I think our love. straight. So if you meet me, have some courtesy, have some sympathy, and some taste. Use all your well-learned politics, or I'll lay your soul to waste. Yeah. Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, you got mine. But I'm bubbling you as a nature of mine. Yeah. Get down. Stop making the eyes at me, I'll stop making the eyes at you. What it is that surprises me is that I don't really want you to. When your shoulders are frozen over your explosion. Your name isn't real, but I don't care for sound. The lights in the fuse might result in a bang, but the bang go. I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you're looking for romance, or I don't know what you're looking for. I said I bet that you look good on the dance floor, dancing to electro pop like a robot from 1984. Well, from 1984. I wish you'd stop ignoring me because it's sending me to despair. Without sound, yeah, you're calling me, and I don't think it's very fair that your shoulders are frozen over you're an explosion. Your name isn't real, but I don't care for sound. The lights in the fuse might result in a bang, 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 go. I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you're looking for romance, or I don't know what you're looking for. I said I bet that you look good on the dance floor, dancing to electro pop like a robot from 1984. Well, from 1984, over in no love, no. And Montague's or Capulets. Just banging tunes in DJ sets and dirty dance floors and dreams of naughtiness. Well, I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you're looking for romance, or I don't know what you're looking for. I said I bet that you look good on the dance floor, dancing to electro pop like a robot from 1984. From 1984.
You'll be pleased to know that's the thrash section of the evening over. That was good fun, man. Every now and then, I've got to figure this out. I was thinking, I've got about 10 seconds. I can quickly grab my pint. Something would have gone horribly wrong. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. How's everybody doing? I'm loving the fact that you're all chatting to each other, which is wonderful. The whole idea is obviously we all can share knowledge and information, right? Listen, if you're here, firstly, if you're here, thank you. I really appreciate you hanging out. If you're here, you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I'm glad there were no ill effects from the last visit. If you're here new, thank you very much for coming. Listen, if you haven't, you do me a massive favor on YouTube. Go and subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. I'm noticing again, now this is interesting, right? Oh, there is somebody from Facebook. Facebook last time completely balked itself, like in such a bad way. And I had somebody at the beginning, and then they buggered off. Facebook has got some issues, man. So if you're on Facebook, say hello. If you're on YouTube, and if you can comment, if you're logged in, say hello. It helps me because then I know that people are here, and it keeps the kind of conversation going, which is good for the whole YouTube kind of thinking that people actually listen to you and pay attention. So please comment. Let's get the comments in there. That'd be really great to see people chit chatting. Let's see what's going on. So John is John. Thank you, man. Western AM Pro X30 is the ones that you use. You're telling Will. Can't remember. Great. I mean, they're all good. I can't remember which ones I've got. I will definitely look mine up. AMD. I remember the number 40 in there for some reason. I think. Stock Brew. Let's hear the PRS, buddy. It's sitting over there, mate. Look, it's sitting over there. I'm setting it up at the moment. It's I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. Lovely guitar. The bridge needed a little bit of setting up, so it's kind of sorting itself out at the moment. Next time, I'll have that ready for next time. Great guitar. Will he's nailing the darkness for 2025. It's a great song. It's a great song. It's got that end solo is so cool. But if you get too excited, as I often do, you might miss a note here or there. So just stay calm while you do it. AKA SGS Virgil, testify, brother, testify. Hey man, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're keeping well, my friend. So what has everybody been up to? Is everybody in the mood? Is everyone in the Christmas mood already? It still doesn't feel like it's coming to me. It really doesn't feel like it's coming to me. Jimbo Scott, what's the YouTube count? Do you mean how many subscribers I've got? I think I've got about 2. I think I've got about 2 subscribers. I haven't. I think I've got 500 and something, man. I need millions. I need millions of subscribers. But I think I'll probably start making better content. That would help, Ed Barber, hey man, how are you doing? Just joined a new guitar. Hey, you've seen this before. Come on, man, you've seen this loads of times, Ed, haven't you? We've played this together, mate. Look at this. Beautiful flipping guitar, right? I tell you what, I used to find this a little bit tricky to play because the neck's a bit wider until I started playing the PRS, which has got a chunky bugger on it. And this actually feels quite straightforward to play now. Ed, are you keeping well, mate? What are you up to? I'm surprised you're not roaming around London in a Christmas party-induced stupor, my friend. I hope you're well. I hope you're okay. So listen, if you're here, anybody who's here, please say hello. It will help me to know that you are here, which would be great. And feel free to chat to people. There are people here who actually know what they're doing, who know how to play, and who know about equipment. Who will give you much better answers than I can. If anybody's got any fractal-related stuff that you want to know, or you want to ask, or you want to see, we've had conversations in the past about IEM mixing. We've had conversations about building presets, about gear. If there's anything that you want to know, let me know, and I will do my best to help you. Ed, the one I'm talking about in the background, the gold one over there, Ed. Did you see that one last week? Ed, I can't remember. Did we have a lesson last? I can't remember if I saw you last week. It's been a bit weird, Ed. If not, I'll show it to you. I've had it for a few weeks. Ed. I'll show you. We're seeing each other tomorrow, right? I'll show you then. The new YouTube comment count. I don't know. I can at the moment, Jimbo. I mean, I get a bit of a screwed up view here, right? So I've got a thing here which tells me, and I can see that it's wrong. It tells me how many people are on, but I've got a different thing down here which tells me how many people are on, and it's a different count. I can see all the comments coming in there, but I think it's all the comments across YouTube and Facebook, and it's 57. It's at now, right? But that's the one. I think I'm pretty sure. Is that counting YouTube? Is it counting Facebook? I don't know, but I've only had one Facebook comment. I think I'm up to 57. You're going to get me up to 100, right? Is that what you're doing, Jimbo? You're getting it up to 100, mate. Get it up to 100. Come on, you can do it. Remember, be Americans. Chat amongst yourselves. The PRS, Ed. Yep, I got Ed. I don't know if you remember the gold top I had. The gold PRS. I had an SC version of this DGT guitar, which was just awesome. I mean, absolutely wicked guitar. And this happened to me before. Right? I had this is during lockdown. I met up with a guy who was selling an inspired by Gibson Epiphone SG, black one, and I bought it to sell. Right, so I got through this thing at the time when I was trying to make a few quid. I thought, well, I'll buy it, I'll fix it up. It needed a bit of work, and I'll sell it. And I brought it home, and it was just wicked. It was such a nice guitar. I mean, it was just sounded awesome, played great, really great guitar. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy and sell a few guitars, and I'm going to buy the Gibson version of the SG because it's got to be better. So I bought and sold a few guitars. I sold that guitar as well. I bought the Gibson version of the SG, and it was nowhere near as good as the Epiphone version. I mean, it wasn't even close. The Epiphone sounded better, felt better, played better. But it's just the sound of it. It's just the way kind of the guitar kind of resonated. It was better than Gibson, which really surprised me. So I had this the PRS DGT SE, which a friend of mine in Germany, really nice guy called Michael Reines, is a kick-ass guitar player as well. He's such a loony. He doesn't think he is, but he's absolutely brilliant. He goes to me one day. He goes, "Hey, Sukh, I just got this guitar. You got to check it out." And he showed me this guitar online, And he was raving about it, and I thought, well, that's great. It was good value for the guitar, so I bought one, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. And the same thing happened a little, and every now and then I keep looking at, if the actual PRS core model, the expensive one came out, or was available, the gold top with the moons on it instead of the birds. Never kind of saw one anywhere, and then all of a sudden, a few weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, one popped up, and they're not cheap, right? And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do like I've done in the past. I'm going to put some guitars up for sale, and if they sell in time, I'll use that to fund the guitar. If they don't sell in time, the guitar's gone. Fair enough, it wasn't meant to be, right? But then I had this niggling thought, well, if I buy that, and the same thing happens with the SG, and I end up with a guitar which doesn't sound as good as the SC, I'm going to be unhappy. So I sold 3 guitars, and I thought I'm going to hang on to that hang on to the SE until I got the core model. Anyway, I'd seen so many videos of people talking about it. I thought, you know what, it's got to be better. So I sold the SE to a friend of mine, Kevin. I don't know if Kevin's on here. It's a great guitar. That one turned up, and it's wicked. It's such a nice guitar, man. One of my favorite guitars. Really lovely guitar. So there you go. Anyway, what are we talking about? You've been setting up my amp in a room all day, Stogbrun. Fun stuff, man. Absolutely, it's always fun stuff, mate. Ed, I know you love your PRS, mate. Chris Jordan, I'm watching on both Facebook and YouTube. That's just weird. That's just weird, but thank you. Thank you. Hey, wait, guy, if you're here, I'm pretty sure you can do a thing where you say, hey, I'm watching this guy now live. Come and watch him. Hit the button, man. Find the button somewhere. Please. Thank you. Michael Phoenix, I've almost got PRS. They're awesome, but chose to get one custom made. Oh, wow. That's cool. What did you do? Tell me, what did you get? What made your choices? Are you happy with it? Have you got it? All I can see is twat at the end of this one. Let's see what this says. Yip 100. All right. Just noticed in the Axe Exchange, you can find a preset and send it straight to the Axe-FX III. Don't have to download. Is this new, or have I just been a twat? I don't know. I can't comment because I'm trying to figure out. I've used Axe Exchange a couple of times. I'm pretty sure you can send them to your Axe. Actually, can you? I don't know. I was going to say, I know you can audition them, but I didn't know you could do that from there. So no, I don't know. There you go. I learned something new as well. Very cool. Ed, yeah, Michael Phoenix. It sounds nice. One for my wish list. Give us some details. Custom guitar. Tell us, Michael. How? Why? What made that happen? What was it that you couldn't get that made you want to get a custom guitar? And tell us about it, mate. I'd love to know. So listen, peeps, I hope everybody is okay. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. I hope you've all got a drink. Because for the first time in a long time, I have a Guinness, which is so nice. Second one. Let's see how much more songs we can play through and make it. So the thrash stuff is over. Let's do a few less thrashy ones. Keep the chat going, guys. Please comment, please share, please like, all that kind of stuff. But anybody who I don't very rarely show this, but if you get the urge, there is a long game with all of this. But if you enjoy it, if you like what I do, if you like the presets I'm sharing, all that sort of stuff, and you want to support the Guinness Fund, the Pick Fund, whatever it is, it all helps. Chuck a couple of pennies in there. That would be great. If you can't, if you don't want to, that's cool as well. It's absolutely cool. I really appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, there's a long game with this. Tell you about that next year. Right. Share, like, subscribe. Let's play a few songs. A couple of less aggressive ones. Here we go.
for counterparts and bleeding hearts and all the things that fall apart for you. I don't keep my secrets there. I hide them everywhere. I could deny, but I'll never realize I'm just chasing rainbows all the time. And then I miss my cue. Everybody had a laugh and then went for an early bath, did you? I don't keep my secrets there. No, no, no. I hide them everywhere. I could deny, but I'll never realize I'm just chasing rainbows all the time. I could deny, but I'll never realize I've been chasing rainbows all my I could deny, but I'll never realize I'm just chasing rainbows all the time. I could deny, but I'll never realize I've been chasing rainbows all my
All right. Oh, how's everybody doing? The Guinness is kicking in, folks. The Guinness is definitely kicking in. Oh dear, oh dear. So I've learned two very important lessons. Ugh. Number one, if I drink and then I play, I can't play too well. And number two, I really fancy another Guinness, which is probably really not the best thing, is it really? Anyway, Christmas, right? Cheers, dudes. Hope you're all okay. So what's going on? What's everybody been chatting about? Well, I've been trying to remember how to play some songs. Michael, oh wow, Michael. So you're hang on, before that, Jimbo Scott, you're on Brewdog Lost Lager. Nice, mate. Very, very nice. So it's Brewdog. They've got some absolutely brutal drinks, haven't they? We went to, where did we go? We went to the Brewdog bar. Yeah, I can't remember what we had. We had some vicious stuff. We had some nice beers though. So, Michael, I'd love to see what you're up to, mate. You know, I've been kind of scanning what you've been talking about with doing your custom build. This sounds amazing. Mahogany body, quilt maple top, ebony fretboard. Oh, I love ebony fretboards. Neck through construction, very very cool. The luthier is currently working on this finish 3-tone solar burst. That is wicked, mate. That is so nice. So with this, Michael, did you kind of get to, you know, in terms of the look of it, obviously in terms of specs, you know, neck and frets and that kind of stuff, obviously you've told him, but in terms of kind of a look, the design, the graphics, the colors, that kind of thing, whatever, did you show him some stuff and say, look, I want this? Or did you just kind of leave him to it? That's an interesting one, right? If you get one made yourself that way, get for you specifically. Amazing to be able to choose the wood that makes the guitar, get a feel for it before it comes in. Amazing. That is so cool. That is very, very cool. Also, to make slight structure and sculpture changes to the wings and body. I'm now itching to see this, mate. When this is done, we'd all love to see it, Michael. When you've got this done together, mate, I would absolutely love to have a look. Ed, your PRS is a standard C. Yours is awesome. You've got such a great guitar. And again, this goes back to stuff which I've found myself. I've had in my playing years, you know, when the opportunity has been there, I've had some really nice guitars. You know, I've always wanted a really nice Les Paul because I had some Epiphone Les Pauls and I loved them, and I thought, well, the real ones are going to be great. And I bought some. I had a couple of really nice ones, and then I had an Epiphone which just destroyed it. I mean, it wasn't even close. It was so much better. And in fact, Ed Barber, who's there, talking about his PRS, I sold it to Ed, and it is the nicest playing Les Paul I've ever had my hands on in my life. It was Ed, you're gonna have to remind me. It was the 1960A Tribute Plus model, I think, and it crushed any proper the Gibson Les Paul I've ever had. So you don't want to get hung up on whether, you know, how much it costs or whether it's the core model or the CE or the SE. Doesn't matter. Good guitar's a good guitar, man. You know. Yep, Ed, you're absolutely right. It's true. It's true. And Michael, yeah, share them in the new year. Most definitely. Most definitely. Jimbo, you have a few rather expensive guitars to get set up, and one or two I can't get into playing. It's interesting, isn't it, mate? You know, again, there are some you just don't bond with as much as you probably should. I taught myself how to set guitars up 20 something years ago when I moved to Florida and couldn't find anybody there who could understand my ramblings. So I kind of taught myself 24 years ago when we moved to Florida. And I do my own setups now, which is probably a good and a bad thing. Good because I can get what I want, but a bad thing because I'm constantly tweaking stuff. But there are some guitars you just don't get on with, and there are guitars I've got which I fall in and out of love with. So it's happened to me still multiple times with the Pia that's sitting on the wall over there, which I've thought, I've got to get rid of it. I'm not playing it. Then I play it and I love it. And I don't know, mate. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. It's the worst problems to have, I guess. So yeah, Michael, you've got to share the pictures, mate. What have we got? Jimbo Scott, Brewdog's headquarters at the bottom of my garden. That's dangerous, mate. That's dangerous. I send my regards to your liver. Michael, I took in my Jackson. He measured every inch of it. We spoke about all the little changes. That you're lucky you've had such a good luthier who can do this with. That's awesome. That is awesome. Jimbo, you've got a Tokai Telly and a Les Paul. It's amazing. Tokai Telly and Les Paul. Yeah. Like I say, it doesn't have to be, you know, the Gibson. There are great guitars, right? Which sound as good, if not better, than what you think is going to be the coolest sounding guitar ever. So who knows? Anyway, look, thank you all as always, for popping in. Thank you everybody for chatting and posting, which makes a big difference to me. Thank you very much. There we go. I'm going to do a few more songs, right? So please keep the comments coming. Anybody who's here who hasn't posted, please post. Please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe. Hit the thing to get notified when I go online, because that's the thing. Over Christmas, next week, obviously Christmas Day, I'm going to be stuffing myself after having stuffed the turkey and drinking everything I can get my hands on. And my kids are both at home, which is great. My son's going to be home for the holidays, which is really cool. He's at university at the moment, so he'll be cool. He'll be back home, and I'm just going to hang out with him. But at some point, because then the following Wednesday, of course, is New Year's Day. So at some point over the next 2 weeks, I'll go online again, but I don't know when. When next week? Next week, I'm definitely going to be like completely doing nothing. But the week after at some point. So subscribe, like, all that kind of stuff, guys. Please, if you're here, say hello. That'd be great. And thank you all for popping in. Right. I tell you what. Two cool things happened. If you don't mind indulging me, two cool things happened this week. First cool thing. When I was a kid, right, this may surprise some of you, I was a real nerd. Yeah, I know, honestly, right, I was a complete nerd. And I was really into programming. Please don't judge, right? I taught myself how to program machine code when I was about 11 or 12. because I couldn't figure out how to make things go faster on a ZX81 and a Spectrum and this kind of thing back in the day. And I used to write a magazine, right, for a local. I started a computer club, ran it at the local library, and I used to write a magazine each month, which had examples of coding in it, and it would teach you how to do things and do game reviews and that kind of stuff. So I used to get in touch with the people who used to write the games. And it was a really cool time to kind of, be growing up around this, because it was just other people, obviously older than me at the time, but, people in their teens and early 20s, bedroom computing, and they'd start their own little companies, and they were coming up with just the most amazing games. And every time something new came out, there was a lot of excitement around it, because it was always pushing it a little bit, pushing the kind of hardware a little bit harder. Anyway, the whole story doesn't matter, right? But I got friendly with the guys at a company called Design, also used to be called Crystal Computing, and they wrote a game called Dark Star. They wrote a bunch of really cool games, but they wrote this game. They were writing a game called Dark Star, which was meant to be, and they'd actually come up with the idea for it entirely independently, and before, in fact, the Star Wars arcade machine came out. Remember that one with the cabinet and the vector graphics and kind of flying around shooting stuff? Wasted many an afternoon in one of those things. Anyway, they were writing a version of this for the Spectrum, and they called it Dark Star. And anyway, I got, again, too long of a story, but I got to know the guys, and they had these crazy high score tables in it, and they dedicated a high score table to me. It had some really weird stuff going on in it, and had me mentioned in it. And I forgot about this. One of the guys, the lead programmer, in fact, the programmer, super cool guy back in the day. He was kind of revered. Was this guy called Simon Brattel? Tall guy, long hair, big beard, and he was just funny as hell. I just remember him being just a really kind of funny guy, but he was an absolute genius. Anyway, I'm on Facebook a few weeks ago, and it comes up with that thing, people you might know, and often it comes up, and I've got no clue who the hell any of these people are or how I'd know them. And anyway, Simon Brattel pops up as someone you might know. I don't know what the connection would have been, and I thought, it can't be the same Simon Brattel. And I got in touch with him. I sent him a message, and he replied back, and it's him. It's Simon Brattel. So for anybody who remembers the 80s, anyone who remembers the 80s, this is suggesting he probably had a slightly less sedate time than I did, but anyone who was in the kind of the gaming scene in the 80s, the ZX Spectrum, I don't think he did anything with the Commodore 64, but Simon Brattel, company called Design, he's still around, and he's done incredibly well from what I can see. What a lovely fella, and you had a little bit of a chat with him online. It was pretty cool. Anyway, that's one cool thing. The other cool thing, there was another cool thing, and now you see 2 Guinnesses in, I can't remember what the other cool thing was. Yeah, kind of been that cool. Right, well, if I remember, I'll tell you. Right, I'll stop rabbiting, play a little bit of acoustic here. Oh, see, so 2 things happen. I always start with 2 and then make it up as I go. 2 things happen. Alcohol is good, and number 2, it messes up with your memory. I heard a guitar player. Again, it was random on YouTube. I was looking up stuff about setting up the DGT, and this guitar player came up called Eric McErlane. Go check him out. Bloody hell, man. Really tasty player. He did this beautiful song, which I want to learn how to play. I've been trying, in fact, this last week, called Martyr. Anybody heard of Eric McErlane? I can't play it now, but, well... something like that. I just thought the other day I've got to learn this song. Something like, listen, check this guy out. Eric McErlane, his name. Amazingly cool guitar player. Never heard of him before. Probably should have done, right? And now, after having played you some of his beautiful song, quite badly, I'm going to play you one of my not so beautiful songs, quite badly. I'm nothing if consistent. Right. A song called From My Window, going into a song about meat. Not actually about meat. to, to answer your question, Jimbo Scott, are you in the key of drop Guinness or drop D? Well, given the fact that I'm thinking, I don't want to play that note. What is that note? Why am I playing? I think it's probably the key of drop Guinness. Probably shouldn't be drinking Guinness, but why not? Why not indeed? Oh my good lord, that was funny. Anyway, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? All right, a few more to go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Jimbo Scott, always good to set up your own stuff. I was the same. With the, I'm thinking you mean Pia. Yeah, it's a love-hate. I don't know. I go away from it thinking, nah, come back to it. I'm thinking, what a great guitar. So yeah, nice to have variety, right? Enjoy your family time with your loon over the holidays. I will do, mate. Thank you. Ed, yes, you have that Les Paul. You love it too. Yeah, 1968 tribute. Great guitar. Jimbo Scott, you have all your boys home this Friday for the first time in forever. Oh, isn't that lovely, mate? It's going to be messy. I was into Basic and Cobalt. Cobalt, wow. I could wipe all Commodore 64's memory in shops with one Cisco. He must have been really popular, man. That's awesome. Very cool. Your friend's son starred and wrote Grand Theft Auto. No, shut up. You're kidding me. It's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. That game is insane. I mean, I used to, back in the day, like I say, I was quite nerdy and used to write stuff. I used to write games and, all kinds of crazy. I used to write a lot of graphic demos. For those of you who remember, those kinds of things was quite a big thing with scrolling and parallax scrolling and music going on, what have you. I couldn't get my head around how they do the stuff that they do now. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Dogboon, where are you? Loon is very northeast of Jockland. You see, loon to me means loony. I don't know what you... That's what I actually thought you meant. Your loon. With your loon over the holiday. Enjoy your family time with your loon over the holidays. Obviously, this is a northern thing, right? I just thought you meant my son, who is a bit of a loon. In the key of drop Guinness or drop... Yeah, definitely. So the song, the first one, the Eric McFarlane thing, which I didn't get... Obviously, I'm still learning that one. That was in just standard tuning. The other two are in drop D. Right. Okay. Everybody okay? Is everyone all right? I'm feeling the Guinness. I've got to tell you, I'm feeling the Guinness. Let's see what we've got left. Okay, from the reasonably interesting to the absolutely insane. Now this one, if anybody's had a few drinks already, and you see this video, don't worry, you're not on some sort of a, you haven't entered in some sort of a trip. This is just a very trippy video. So this one is called Electric Dreams, with a video that makes no sense whatsoever. Thank you. Loon means sun. That makes a lot more sense. Dude, this has been fun. It's been fun to drink Guinness while playing guitar. But I think the Guinness is winning. So I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to bugger off. Everybody, oh, look at, I need to sort out my bloody effects. Thank you for, I'm guessing you can hear that. I can't hear a damn thing. Thank you for, I can't hear anything. That's just weird. Thank you for commenting. Great, we've got up to 100 again, right? I think this helps the whole YouTube thing. I'm not entirely sure why. It's a bit nonsense, really. But thank you very much. Thank you for commenting. Thanks for everybody who's popped in. It's been really, really cool. So what should we do? Let's have a look. Shall we risk one more? Should we risk one more? See, this is the one which could easily fall to bits. Yeah. I think let's just do the noisy one, right? Let's do a noisy. Let's do a bit of resurrection, and I'll come back, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat, and then we can all go and raise a glass to whatever we want to raise a glass to, right? So, back in a few, guys. Oh, hang on. There's a bit more chit chat. My Jimbo's got my Looperwork dual expression slider fader was meant to be delivered today. Nope. We'll see what tomorrow brings. It's been nuts for the couriers, mate. We've had all kinds of fun and games too. So we've got stuff being delivered for G66. And I've got ZenRigs stuff going out to customers, and waiting for things myself. And the couriers are just slammed. We use DPD for the G66 stuff, and every day the guy comes and they're overworked. There are obviously some pressures on them. They are massively overworked. Just ridiculous targets to get stuff out. So yeah, the couriers are all running slow, mate. I had a customer today, who the DPD people had, for some reason, his parcel said it was meant to go to like 151 and they delivered it to 115. That was fun, right? And it's just, they're just under pressure. That's all it is. There's nothing else. We're under pressure. So fingers crossed your Looperwork thing comes. It's still, I've got it here. It's brilliant. I use this every day. I use this for, obviously for the live stream, because like I mentioned before, I use it to blend the backing track and my guitar and also the volume of my IEM. But I use this every day as well. So I've got, for my own presets, I've got one of the sliders attached to the output block. So rather than having to go to the Axe-FX and kind of, twist things, it's far away, but it's over there. But I've got a slider there, which I can use to control the volume output, which is pretty cool. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you get on with it. Listen, the Guinness, like I say, is starting to give me a bit of a buzz. So let's do a bit of resurrection. I'll come back. We'll have a chat, and then we will head off into the night. So back in a second, dudes.
Down, down, you bring me down. I hear you knocking down my door, and I can't sleep at night. Your face, it has no place, no room for you inside my house. I need to be alone. So
Can I get pepperoni passion with extra sausage, extra pepperoni, extra spicy sausage? Yeah. 40 minutes. What are you gonna do? Kill the pig? Come on. Fine. Just cook me the pizza, bring me the pizza. Okay? Do you know who I am?
All right. I think that is my goose cooked. How's everybody? Has everybody had a nice time? I'm really appreciative of all of you who've turned up. Honestly, it's really cool of you to come week after week. Everybody who does, I really, really appreciate it. And anybody new who's here, thank you. I really appreciate you turning up. So last bit of chat. Jimbo, you've got 4,000 parcels going out every week. What is it you do again, mate? I can't remember if you told me. 4,000 parcels. Bloody hell. It's a lot of parcels, dude. Hey, Sinisa Nikolik. How are you, my friend? Thank you for coming. Really appreciate you popping in. How are you? You keeping all right? Thank you, buddy. Michael, Jimbo Scott, what are you controlling with the dual expression? There you go. So Jimbo's doing the same with me. My in-ears and mix. Michael, it's wicked. It is so good. I think I could probably unplug my guitar now, right? Because I think I might be stopping that. Let's put this down here. See if this blows anything up. I can take this out now, right? So I've got hey Maps, how you doing, buddy? Let me get rid of this in my pocket here. One second. We're done with the in-ears now, right? So let me get rid of that. So I use this. Where's my camera? There we go. Right, it's by a company called Looperwork, the dual expression slider. So I wanted one of these I knew what I wanted, but I couldn't find anywhere, right? There was the things called the blood something pedal, I can't remember, which wasn't quite what I wanted. And then I was just looking around, and I actually got in touch. So that the wonderful guys who do the servicing for G66, the guy's actually an electronics engineering wizard, and he makes stuff for some big bands. I mean, some really heavy duty, large, stadium quality kind of switching systems and all kinds of stuff. And I asked him, I said, hey, is there something like this? And he offered to make something, but it wouldn't have been fair. He's got so much going on. And then I found these guys in Germany, Looperwork, and they were updating their model. And I'm going to give them a plug here, man. They were updating their model, and it wasn't available. And I got in touch with the guy. I said, look, as soon as these are available, please let me know, because this is exactly what I need. And when we're gigging, we do have a sound guy. He's not always with us because we're a charity band, and he's a busy guy. And so I've kind of taken my mix to myself in my own hands. So I get a feed of the band without me in it, and then I route everything through the Axe-FX. The band comes through the Axe-FX just for my in-ears and my guitar, obviously. And I was using a couple of rotary expression thingies, and it was just a bit of a kind of a faff on, to be honest with you. trying to change things quickly. This is going to change everything. So we've got a gig hopefully in the new year, and this is great because, like I say, I've got the way I've got it set up here now on this, on this here now for the live thing. This left one controls the balance between the backing track. That's full backing track. That's full guitar. So I can quickly control that however I want to. And this just controls the level for my IEM. So I've got it set, you know, when it's there, it's what I would have as a kind of a blasting in my ears volume. And I probably usually have it somewhere around there. Then if I get fatigued, I can take it down. If I need a bit more, I can pull it up. This is great. So this is going to be awesome at our next gig. So that's how I'm using it. And like I say, for during the day, you know, for playing my Axe-FX and when I teach as well for teaching, it's great because I can control levels and stuff with that. So yeah, very, very cool piece of kit. Highly recommended. Jimbo Scott, you work for Santa. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Wonderful. Right, all right, guys, listen. All right, maps. Bless you, buddy. Thank you for popping in. You'll watch it back later. Today was an interesting one, my friend, because when I started these live streams, the idea was I'm going to have a drink and, you know, and have a bit of an evening off and play my guitar. It was after 2 or 3 of them I remembered that I actually can't play after I've had a drink. And then today I'm thinking, well, it's the last one before Christmas. I'm going to have a drink. And this is my second Guinness. And I probably shouldn't have done, to be honest with you. But hey, listen, I had fun. I hope you did too. Anybody who's here, thank you as always for coming. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have, I'm going to do you a thing, right? As a kind of a Christmas thing from me. But I wish you all an absolutely fantastic Christmas with, you know, with your families or friends or whatever you're doing. Stay safe, have a fun time, and I'll see you sometime in the next couple of weeks. It'll be sometime in New Year's week. I don't know exactly when. If I don't see you before New Year's, have a great New Year's. I wish you guys all the very best for 2025 and the best of health, more importantly. But keep in touch, drop me a message, send me some pictures of guitars being made and that kind of thing. And I will catch up with you all very soon. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you in a bit.